Tough time for either side to generate a lot of great A's today, I thought.
Yeah, it was a tight checking game like we knew it would be, through the neutral zone, in the end zones, both areas of the ice, and not a lot of room out there. You have to fight for your offense. You have to work for your offense. We had some chances in the third to capitalize, to tie it up. Thought we had a really good start to the game. We came out ready to play, and we were down 2-1 after one, which was unfortunate because I thought we had a good first period. Second period, I think it got away from us. Our game got away from us a little bit, but we made a strong effort in the third, just weren't able to capitalize. We had some chances in the third.
Looked like Charlie tried to lift the temperature there with that hit.
Charlie McAvoy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's Charlie's game, right? At times he understands, he gets a feel for the game, he understands it well, and probably needed a lift at that point, and he gave it to us.
You look at the power play, what do you view as being some of the struggles with that group in terms of just getting traction between the two groups?
Yeah, well, we need to execute better on our entries. I think it starts there, and then when we're in zone, we need to get tighter to the net right now. I think that's part of it, but you know what? Obviously, we need to improve that area of the game for our team.
You lost Zadorov for much of the first period there. What was going on?
He just had a lower injury that he came out with fine, though. Lower body, he came out fine with it.
Third line play today with Cole Koepke. Do you like the way that looked?
I did, especially in the first. Thought they gave us good energy, had some zone time, did a really good job all the tops of the circles, so I thought he added some speed to that line.
Continue to tinker with the guys on the power play, or are you going to go with these 10 and just...
Well, yeah, I mean, that's something we have to look at again. On the last power play, I was going to go back to our original groups there with our top guys and then the second unit. So it's just it's an area, again, like I said before, we got to find some solutions and help those guys out, make sure that we're executing it better at a higher level.
Justin, you mentioned 5-on-5. You thought you were right with them. How did you feel the rest of the game played out in that regard?
Yeah, I thought we might have lost it a little bit there in the second, trying to get a little bit too, east-west and getting a bit of a tracking with them. But I thought we did a better job in the third, and obviously just chances didn't go in tonight. But if we keep doing that, I think we'll be fine.
They blocked 28 shots. What were you seeing from your perspective in terms of trying to break through?
Yeah, obviously they're a good team. They clog up the inside, so you just try to get pucks through and get things to the net, and hope for a bounce to go your way, and they just didn't go our way tonight.
This is one of those games on the road, playing against a good team. Take away overall, from this game.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely good things to take away. There's bad things to take away too. We just gotta keep going. Obviously, like you said, they were a good team, but we came up short tonight.
What did you see on that bounce?
Yeah, I was just going in on the forecheck, trying to get to the goalie if he played the puck, and puck lucky bounced in front of the net. And I was just trying to put it on.
You've had a knack here for getting the first goal in a handful of games. Is there any sort of theme to that, or is that just by play of the green?
Yeah, I think it's just kind of how it's going right now. I'm just trying to make sure I start, when the puck drops, ready to play, and hope lucky some that are going in right now.
Yeah, first period.
I just got caught there. Both hit it. His skate came up by accident, caught me in the ankle. It's fine. A few stitches.
What did you think about the team's overall play today?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of missed first period. I thought the second we were a little sloppy. Kind of didn't get a pucks deep. I thought talking to the guys first period, it was more direct, more pucks behind, get it down low. And then the third, I thought we had a good push. We had our chances. I mean, their goalie stood in. We didn't capitalize. That was a difference in the game. They're a good defensive checking team. It's hard to score against them. I thought we created enough today to at least go to overtime. So, I mean, you got to take some positives out of today for sure.
You had a lot of great A's for either side. It looked like McAvoy's hit raised the tempo a little in the third period.
Hit?
Yeah, the McAvoy hit on Chikrin.
I don't remember the
You don't know.
Sorry, yeah.
But third period feel like later that it
Well,
was...
I mean, that's what happens. You down one goal, you keep pushing. We got a lot of offensive skill, so I thought, the first game was pretty tight until the third period. Then they made two bad pinches. That's when we got the second and third goal last game. So, that's they're a really good team this year. They have a good decor. Their forwards are buying in. They have two really good goalies. So it's hard to score in this league. They had one extra goal than us today.
I know you talked about the injury. Initially, did you think it was worse? Sometimes you don't even feel those things.
Well, I felt caught right away, and I looked there, and I see it's pretty deep. I could see between my skate and my shin pad, and then I just sprinted to the bench. But then I was when I figured I could put the weight on my ankle, so I felt like it was fine. So I ended up getting lucky. It was just the skin. So yeah, good. I got lucky there pretty much because there's a lot of areas but it could be worse for sure.
Charlie, you guys generated some looks in the first and the third. Just weren't able to get the goal across. Were there any positives you guys can take from the game in terms of generating some looks?
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to go back and watch it, but I mean, it's frustrating when you don't score, when you don't, you only get one in a game like that. Like we had some looks, some chances, and in the third we get sustained pressure on some shifts, and then 6 on 5, we get some looks and a lot of shot opportunities, and we just, it doesn't get across. So it's frustrating. It's frustrating to lose, and we'll have to find ways to get better, find ways to be more dangerous. Because a lot of teams are able to defend real well like they are.
You got that solid smack on Chychrun late in the game there. Are you looking to raise the temperature with something there?
I just presented itself. I'm not even thinking hit. I end up on a 2-on-1 with Chucky on, the PK, and then I'm in a spot that I'm not normally in where I'm, F2 re-attack there. On the penalty kill, that's not where I ever am. And he was cutting middle, and I knew he was cutting middle, and I just did it. So, I don't have to go back and watch. It felt clean. I hope it was clean, and I hope he's okay. So, it was just an opportunity to hit him, and I just did it.
Struggles on the power play, is it one kind of overarching your trend, or is it every game kind of presents its
look, we've had stretches where we've had loads of chances and not scored. We've had stretches where we have no chances, and it's certainly been a difficult year as far as trying to find chemistry. Now we're changing it up. Now we're trying to find, groups of 5 that might work better together. And, last game we only had 1 power play, or at least I was only out there for 1. And, today we had a couple, but it wasn't enough. So hopefully this small sample size we can just wash and we'll get better and, better with each other. But, yeah, we're trying to compete with each other. We got to be good for the team. So I don't care who's out there. Whatever 5 is out there, we got to help. We got to make, we got to get shots. We got to get chances. We got to make it where after the power play's over, score or don't score, that we can take some momentum from it.
When power plays are hot, they almost run on instinct, whereas it looks sometimes that this one is overthinking it.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, look, at the beginning of the year we had a couple games where it felt like we had a lot of good chances and a lot of good looks, and it was clicking, but we weren't scoring. So you don't score, then that frustration happens. Then, it just continued, and honestly, it's been a source of frustration for the entire year, for a lot of guys. So it's kind of been like a roller coaster, and not letting it affect the 5-on-5 play. But here's where we are now, and we got to be professionals. So we need to make sure that we're holding ourselves to the high standard. And you're right, all we need is 1 game, 2 game where we get looks. Now you're just playing. Confidence is a funny thing, so a little bit of it goes a long way.
Overall, one last thought here on coming up on midpoint of the season. It's been quite a year, coach getting fired. How are you feeling here at midpoint?
Well, I mean, a lot of different things. This has been a year like really none other. So since I've been here, it's a lot of different emotions. Really how I feel, I think, I don't know, it doesn't really even matter. We're in a playoff spot, and that's really all it is. So, obviously, offensive production has been tough to come by this year. Power play has been tough to come. There's been some things, but at the end of the day, defensively, I feel as good as ever. I know that I can keep the puck out of my net, and there's a lot of things that I can do to impact a hockey game that I'm relied on to do, and that's what I'm taking a lot of pride in. And the rest of it, I'm trying to do the best I can. I think everybody in here is doing that, but it's been harder. But we're in a playoff spot. That's all that matters. If we win hockey games, we're doing our job.